meantime, she spends a lot of her time in Gotham. Check her out in action.
I understand. You need to make a living. But it's time to stop punishing each other for the situation the city has put you in. Instead of stealing from those hurting as much as you, this community needs to start protecting one another.
We do what we do to survive.
And is that all you want, all of you? Just to survive every day, one day at a time?
Listen, Doc, down here, it's every man for himself. That's the way it's always been.
Please welcome a first-timer to our show from Gotham, Morena Baccarin.
Worth the wait.
I was just saying, did she get her food backstage?
I love eating. You need to know this about me.
You have to take, we have to-go boxes. You have to take it all.
I will.
Take every cup.
No, I will.
So I didn't know until today that you are Brazilian.
Yes, I am.
My first love, Roberto Jose Pedreira Silvani. Brazilian. Yes.
You know, a lot of people go visit and they never come back.
Oh. Do you go to Brazil? Do you speak Portuguese?
I do.
Yeah.
I speak Portuguese. I'm trying to teach my kids Portuguese, though it's hard when everybody around you is speaking English, so I don't always do it. My family's all in Brazil. I go back probably like once every 2 years or something. It's nice.
I miss like the weekend dinners we would go have at his house, feijoada.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I love feijoada.
It's my favorite. And the collard greens, the sauteed collard greens. It's really nice.
Do you do a lot of cooking?
I do, actually. I love cooking very much.
It's very calming, isn't it?
It's meditative, and
really
especially after having kids, I'm like, I need to go cook our meal. I'll see you guys later. And I can really take my time and do. It doesn't always happen that way. It's like one kid's pulling up my toe, another one's like burning
you have very
something.
unusual children.
No. And actually, they're getting into it too. So there's my daughter's like, me too. I want to try.
I say that to families all the time. If you want kids that are not picky eaters, let them make a mess and be in the kitchen with you.
Right.
You know, let them put their hands on.
Totally.
You have 2 kids, 4 and 2.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's chaos.
Is the 4-year-old into comics, or is that a little too old for him?
No, actually, it's funny. I don't know where it happened, but somehow all the superhero stuff infiltrated our house. Like, I didn't start it, but it just came upon us. And then I remember we were walking down the street one day, and somebody was like, oh my gosh, I love you on Gotham. And he's like, you work in Gotham? And that was it.
Now you're the coolest mom ever. And you can use that?
Totally.
Right? You can totally manipulate that.
It works. You know, you're like,
awesome.
Well, Batman would have eaten that meal.
Done!
Just saying.
Yeah, my friend Britt does that. In fact, her moniker is Batman's mom, because her son was so into Batman.
Well, you know, Ben is like, Jim Gordon really is the hero of Gotham City. I mean, Batman's cool and all, but Jim Gordon's his best friend.
It is so
Starting them young.
He takes it so seriously. I told you backstage my obsession with Deadpool. Is it hard for you to watch yourself? Because that's such a super watchable movie, and it's so funny. Are you a person that can watch yourself, or you can't watch yourself?
I don't love it, I'll be honest. All I do is
makes you uncomfortable.
You pick apart everything you're doing. You're like, I didn't know my mouth looked that way when I said things that way.
Oh, you look good in every direction in that movie, let me just say.
Thank you.
And it is so funny.
It's fun. It was fun to, but I love watching it for the scenes that I'm not in, honestly. Like, it's such a fun movie to watch.
It's hilarious. Yeah. And even the credits are hilarious. And the trailer for Deadpool 2 with the Bob Ross painting class.
I know.
It's the funniest. If you have not watched this trailer yet, it is the funniest trailer I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's awesome.
You got to tell me something about this movie. Anything. Tell me anything about the credits. I don't care. Anything. Have you seen it yet? How about that?
I have not, if you can believe it. They won't show me anything. I get to find out
in like a month, and you haven't seen it.
Oh, no, I'm like, oh, the trailer just came out. It's on Twitter. Like, that's how I'm getting the information.
That's how little they share with you.
That's how little. And so, all I can say is that whereas the first one is more of like an origin story of how he got his powers, this one's more of like his ambition and how he becomes who he is and what his passion is and how he becomes the superhero that he is. You know what I mean?
All right,
what makes
I'll
him
let that
tick,
go.
in a way.
Let that go.
And it's like, you further along the relationship between Wade and Vanessa.
hottest couple ever.
Yeah.
And they like wham. Awesome. And I listened to Salt and Peppa for like hours after.
It's so
I
good.
know, right?
So they were at our premiere. I hope they come back.
I know Peppa, Sandy. That's what I get to call her. Hi, Sandy. My buddy. So Gotham is having its mid-season premiere. Is this the 4th season?
Yes.
4th
Yeah.
season of Gotham.
Yeah.
That's what you're here to promote. So sell away.
Sell away. What can I tell you?
Sell away.
This I can tell a lot about.
Yeah.
So what do you want to know?
Well, I mean, what are some of the things that you think are most tantalizing about the premiere?
Where we left off, you know, my character Leslie has become sort of the leader of the slums, of the underworld, and she's really trying to do some good and make some change. She starts to slip because in Gotham, nothing operates properly, nothing runs well, and you have to kind of bend the rules if you're going to get anything done. And she pairs up more and more with Ed Nygma. There's a little bit of a romantic spark that starts to happen there. And she starts to do some pretty illegal stuff.
Sounds like so much fun. Look how much fun she's having in her mind. Like, she's like smiling. She's like,
it's always nice when
starts to do some really illegal things.
Well, it's nice when you start so good, and then you get a little
and then you
bit
get
bad.
To be evil, yeah.
I love that evolution, and it's been 4 years. You don't want to be playing the same thing over and over again.
You know, we were chit-chatting backstage. I mean, as much as I love Deadpool, I didn't know that your character in Deadpool actually becomes copycat or is copycat or whatever. A person that can mimic or become map, you know, into be a copycat of anybody. If you could be a superhero, what would you pick? Have you ever thought about that? That silly, like, cocktail party question?
You know, I've been asked that a lot, and it changes every time depending on my mood, right?
How about this? Would you have a cape?
No, I don't think so. I think I'd be more like an underground superhero. Like, somebody doesn't know I have magical powers, and suddenly they find themselves telling me the truth.
Exactly. You are delightful. Will you please come back?
I would love to.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Especially if you're going to tell me more about Deadpool.
When it comes out, I'll tell you all about it.
Okay, awesome. Pinky swear. All right. Make sure to check out Gotham, guys. Thursdays at